Hey everyone, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Hope everyone's had a fantastic morning so far, wherever you're joining us from. Can see that we've got a few more people jumping on. So feel free to quickly grab some water, grab a coffee, have a stretch, so we can get ready for what's going to be a really great session today. We'll just get started in a second. Got some more jumping on. Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Satish. Cool. So just to kick things off today, obviously start with a quick round of introductions. I'm Chris Essler, Senior Business Development Manager here at Athos Commerce, and I've got the absolute pleasure to introduce Satish, who's our Customer Success Director, with nearly 13 years of experience fine-tuning feeds for some of Australia's largest brands and retailers. We're in very capable hands today to walk us through all the content that we've got planned. We'll pass it over to you, Satish, if there's anything else that you'd like to add.
Hi everyone. Thanks for joining today. As Chris mentioned, been with the company for nearly 10 years, working with all the enterprise level clients on various feed optimization strategies and marketplaces strategies. Work really also closely with bigger channel partners, and one of the biggest channels we work on certain strategies, betas, upcoming betas, is Google. Google was very impressed with all the processes, strategies, and all the powerful tools that we have within our platform. So they invited me to be a guest speaker last year. It was at their office. This is an annual event that Google does every year where they talk about strategies, about how to optimize your Performance Max campaigns, make sure your feed is in a good shape because it's the foundation for Google Shopping. So this year was an online event. So there was about 6 Google speakers talking about various betas, various opportunities, and I had a few slides representing Athos Commerce and the tools and the strategies. So today is a webinar. I'm going to talk about the highlights of all of those slides.
Awesome. Thanks, Satish. If we jump across, obviously, thanks again to everyone for joining our masterclass on feed optimization and peak readiness. Obviously, Satish made the comment there. These are actually going to be highlights from Google's recent Guide to Peak webinar session that obviously Satish and Athos Commerce were invited to be part of. So what we're looking to do is really run through tools and insights that you can use to both optimize your feeds, sharpen your Google Shopping campaigns, and then unlock incremental growth this peak season. And for those that are new to Athos Commerce, we exist really to turn every shopper interaction into growth. So through our digital feed management and syndication platform, we help leading brands and retailers optimize that offsite product discovery journey so they can win more impressions, clicks, and conversions. If we jump across, just some quick housekeeping. So today's call is being recorded, so we'll be able to share it after the fact. And if you've got any questions, feel free to drop those into the Q&A as well. And if we've got time, we can get to them or catch up afterwards. And with that, I think we can kick things off and hand it over to Satish.
Thanks, Chris. So the agenda for today, we'll look at Google Feed Enhancement Audit. This is a process that we follow for enhancing your Google Shopping feed and optimizing it for better product discovery. We'll look at Google Merchant Promotions and how we help set it up, our upcoming AI features, some of the intelligence modules that we have within our platform that helps with Google optimizations, and a few success stories. So as I said in the Google webinar, the reason why they invited us to be part of the webinar is to show the importance of a feed partner. Lean on your feed partner success story. So as I said, Google was very impressed with the strategies, the processes, and the tools that we use. And one of the processes that we follow is Google Feed Enhancement Audit. So basically what we do in this process is we completely scan the data that we receive from retailers and brands, which we call the source feed. There is various ways of sending that source feed. We've got connectors for most of the major website platforms like Shopify, Magento, BigCommerce. We pull that source data using that connector, or there is various other ways, they can send the data using an HTTP link or an SFTP method. So we look at the source data and we identify any missing gaps, any missing opportunities, and come up with a roadmap of optimizations. And not just coming up with a roadmap of just doing the optimization, we can also come up with testing strategies like A/B testing of those optimizations. It is really important to have a healthy feed, and that was an important topic the Google speaker was talking about, because that's the foundation of your Google Shopping campaigns. You could do all the campaign strategies, all the bidding strategies, and several strategies which is related to campaign. But if your foundation is not right, then nothing is going to work. So you want to really make sure your foundation is strong and the way you make sure is by having all the important keywords, mainly in key attributes like title, product type, product highlight, product detail. There is several attributes within your Google Shopping feed. So with this audit, so we just basically come up with the roadmap, basically look at your product title and see if it's got the right combination, right key attributes part of that title. All the important keywords are part of the title. And we do that for each and every attribute within your Google Shopping feed. We also scan and analyze your Google Merchant Center. You want to make sure all your products are active, mainly when you're heading to peak. That is the key period where you want all your product to be active, all your product to be visible on Google Shopping to enhance the performance. You want to make as much as revenue, as much as sales as possible. So what we do is we look at the diagnostic report, we look at any disapprovals that are happening and come up with a permanent solution so that there are no account warnings, there are no disapprovals happening permanently, mainly during the peak season. Price and availability is a very common disapproval that happens. The reason why that happens is because of the discrepancy. So we look at how many times you're refreshing your feed, your source feed on your end, how many times you're refreshing your landing pages, your website. We want to replicate it and make sure the same refresh is happening on the Google end. So we do have a set of intelligent reach APIs that retailers and brands IT can call those APIs, and that's a faster way of sending the source data. And we can replicate the same by turning on something called Google Content API, which is more real-time updates on the Google end. So with all of these processes and strategies, we make sure you have a healthy feed when heading towards peak season. So one of the Google speaker touched base on the importance of Google Merchant promotions. Especially during peak season, you might be running a lot of promotions, and the only way to showcase the promotion is by turning on a feature called Google Merchant Promotion. It can be a bit challenging to set it up because you'll have to go through a process in creating these promotions in Google Merchant Center and also optimizing your feed to tailor it to how Google wants those promotions to be populated on the feed level. So there is a set of process that you need to follow. So we can take that heavy lifting. We've got tools within our platform to set up these promotions seamlessly. And one of our USPs is that we've got a local technical support team that can work Australian time along with the Google support team because what we notice is whenever we set up these kind of promotions, it can be disapproved by the Google Merchant team. So our technical support team can work along with the Google support team and get these promotions up and running in no time. So we can take the heavy lifting in setting up these promotions. So what Google recommends is why Google recommends these to set up these promotions is because it does help with higher click-through rate and higher conversion rate. Once the promotions are set up, if we want to look at the performance of the products that are under these promotions, we've got got a performance module, a reporting tool, which I'll cover in the next few slides. Everybody is talking about AI. So we are super excited that our platform, we've got this AI coming up soon. It is currently in beta. Few of the brands have signed up for it. The first phase would be automated product classification. In general, what we notice is the data that we receive from retailers, mainly the category breadcrumb, is blank, it's inconsistent, or broken, or pretty generic. So the AI will fill in all of those gaps, and it will basically create a well-optimized category breadcrumb. This is the product type attribute in the Google Shopping feed, and that's a key attribute which helps with the algorithm behind your algorithm behind the product discovery piece. With the well-optimized category breadcrumb, it helps with improved product visibility and higher ROAS. The next phase would be automated attribute enrichment. You might have material in the title, you might have dimensions in the description, but the actual value in the material attribute, the height, width, length, all of these attributes might be having blank values. The AI will completely scan the data that we receive from your backend and fill in all of these gaps, which helps in a much better quality feed and helps with greater visibility and improved performance. Image something stands out in your Google Shopping ad, and you want to make sure you have the right image with better resolution. You don't want, if your image URLs are broken and if it's got promotional text, it gets disapproved in Google Merchant Center, which means the product won't be active on Google Shopping. So our third phase is identifying all of these image issues and identifying all of these opportunities with images, where the AI will just give a dashboard where you can look at all of these opportunities when it comes to images. The next few slides, we're going to discuss our intelligence modules. We're going to start with Data Connector. This is an API connection where Athos platform talks to Google Shopping, talks to Google Ads account where your Google Shopping campaign is sitting, and we pull all the performance metrics, impressions, click-through rate, ROAS, conversions, you name it. All of the performance metrics related to your Google Shopping campaign is pulled into our platform. Because we've got the performance metrics, that gives us ability to identify product insights based on performance, and that's a huge win. Basically, what we are doing here is we are aligning the feed to your campaign goal. We work with a lot of search agencies, and they love this API connection because it helps us identify opportunities based on the performance. One quick win I'm going to talk about is zombie SKUs. Basically, you might have thousands and thousands of products in your feed, but not all of them are visible on Google Shopping. Any products which has got impressions less than or equal to 0 is considered as zombie. That's a quick win. So we can flag those products, put them in a separate custom label. So the SEM agencies, they can work on campaign related strategies to increase the impressions on those zombie or dead products. So we can download the zombie products. We can look at any sort of feed optimization strategies to increase the product visibility, like analyzing the title, analyzing if the product type attribute has got 5 nodes, looking at if there is description is missing, or product detail, product highlight. So basically, what we do is we do everything that we can do to maintain good quality feed optimizations on all of these zombie products. And we also send those set of zombie products to the retailer or the brand, so they can analyze on their end. So together, we work together as a team to increase the impressions on those zombie products. Trust me, you don't want zombie products, especially when you're heading towards peak. You want all your products to have some sort of visibility. So until you don't get get to the goal of increasing the impressions, you're not going to get to the end goal, which is basically revenue and sales. So you want to make sure all your products are visible on Google Shopping. Another strategy I can talk about is identifying or flagging all of the top sellers, so that the SEM agencies can make sure they always have budget or work on campaign strategies to increase visibility so that it keeps generating that revenue. So our next intelligence tool is the performance module. Because we've got the performance metrics within our platform, uh, we have this powerful reporting analytics tool where we combine the Google feed and the performance metrics together, and we delivered a dashboard on a SKU level basis. Anyone can log in to the platform, and SEM agencies, they love using this reporting tool because in just a click of a button, they can look at the visibility score, they can look at the conversion rate score, um, they can create pivot tables, drill down to a particular brand, particular category, click on a custom label and have a look at the performance of the custom label. So this reporting tool gives a lot of strategies based on performance. And this is a quick snapshot of how the reporting tool looks. As you can see, that big red button which says invisible products, that's basically the zombie SKUs. In a click of a button, you can just see what are all the products that don't have any impression. We can select that subset of products, go directly to the custom label manager and create custom labels. You can do bulk edits, and also you can take these products to an experimentation tool, which we'll talk about in a minute. So basically, this tool, you can perform various tasks and come up with various strategies based on performance. As you can see the product visibility. You can select a date range. You can even download the data, subset of data into an Excel or CSV sheet to do further analysis. This is our USP, our content experimentation tool. Chris loves talking about this in his presentation. It's one of his favorite tool and favorite topic. I'm going to hand it over to him.
I do. Yeah. I mean, you really hit the nail on the head there. I love talking about this really because it's so powerful, Satish.
Yeah.
So we know that the tricky things with feeds is that shopper behavior is constantly changing. Yeah. So if your feed is set and forget, a lot of the time, unfortunately, that's what we hear. But it's highly likely that you're wasting spend, you're missing clicks and sales as well. So really, by running experiments, what we can do is take the guesswork out of optimization. So you can see the real impact of all of these changes on visibility and performance. So your shopping feed and your ad spend it's always tuned for maximum results. Yeah, especially when we know that spend is likely going to increase as we enter into the peak season as well. So we can run tests on titles, obviously, to get more relevant matches and better visibility. We can run tests on images to see which creative gets more clicks. And my personal favorite, which it's really a hidden growth lever, is running tests on product types. So we can get better targeting and stronger performance. And we'll run through a few results that we've done as well. So we've got a few different. Oh, sorry, just jump back to the last slide. We've got a few different ways that we can run tests. So A/B testing. So changes against a control group. We can do multiple variations at once, or we can just do a simple before and after test to compare those results. It's the beauty of all of this and this testing capability within the Athos platform is it's the beauty of speed. Yeah, you're not having to wait months to learn what worked, what didn't. There could have been different promo events that actually skewed those results. So what we do is we validate and we implement quick wins with either the internal team or the agency, so you can get your best performing content live well ahead of peak. Now we can jump across to just a couple of examples here. So the first one here, obviously I wanted to lead with the product type because I love it so much. So yeah, this was for a retailer that wasn't using all of the available nodes. So in set A, we're using the existing setup that they had. And then in set B, we injected more category specific breadcrumbs. A lot of the time we see brands might have like one product type node in there. Obviously, Google suggests having 3 to 5. So we injected 5 here, and you can see we saw nearly 300% uplift in revenue. And so obviously, when you're seeing that amount of revenue, you want to make it a permanent change. If we jump across to the next one here, so this was a different test that we ran for a brand who didn't have the titles in their, who didn't have the brand name in their title. So it was just an exact title match from their website with no brand name. And we wanted to test that uplift by actually injecting the brand into the title. As you can see here, another extremely successful test, strong increase in visibility, return on ad spend, and then revenue as well. So obviously, like really great to be able to get these positive impacts. But the other side of the testing is to be able to recognize and pick up whether some of these changes are actually not performing how you wanted them to, and being able to cut them off before things get too late.
Exactly. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, so a word can make a big difference in Google Shopping. What is the right word? What is the right combination of word? You don't want to take a guesswork. Let the numbers do the talk. Let's look at the reports. So then this is what we do with the enterprise level clients and the SEM agencies. We run regular tests, identify all of these quick wins, especially when you're heading towards peak. We pick the important categories that you, or important brand that they want to really want that higher visibility during peak, and come up with the roadmap and identify all of these quick wins. Simple example, a retailer was selling thongs, and they were expanding their business to New Zealand. Localization is also super important. Changing thongs to just dandles overnight, they saw a massive uplift in impressions. So you always need to do A/B testing and identify all the quick wins.
Absolutely.
There is plenty of case studies in our website. Please go and have a look. I'll touch base on a couple. So Dan Murphy's, they've been with a client of ours for more than 5+ years. So based on the success they saw, they brought in BWS. Before coming to Athos platform, BWS, we did the same audit of their data that was available in Google, and we identified several missing attributes. Also, there was several disapprovals and constant account warnings in Google Merchant Center. After coming to our platform, we filled in all of those gaps. We reduced all of those disapprovals that has been happening in Google Merchant. We put in a permanent fix to all of those disapprovals. In a short span of time, they saw a massive uplift of 300+ return on ad spend and 275% increase in conversion rate. So we had a partnership with a program with Google last year, which is called the Unlocking Infrastructure Excellence, and Officeworks was part of that project. So in that project, when Officeworks came on board, we did then the same audit, identify opportunities, which was presented to them, and some of it needed some IT priorities on their end. With the help of Google, we were able to push those projects, and we basically moved away Officeworks from a legacy SFTP method of sending their source data to use a faster intelligent reach API method. And then we turned on and replicated the same, pushed the data across to Google via Google Content API, and also unlocked an opportunity called Google Regional Availability and Pricing. Overall, with all of these faster API method and unlocking opportunities, they saw an immediate 50% growth in SKUs and 15% increase in ROAS. The case study is available. There is even a quotation from the director from Google, Caroline, explaining how successful the partnership is. Lately, we had a home and lifestyle retailer come on board. So I want to say Google local inventory ads is the best way to showcase your store level inventory. And we do have a partnership with Google where the fees related to us is covered by Google. If you are interested in to know more about it, let us know. We can talk more about it. So using this Google funded program, this retailer came on board, moved away from a legacy method, used an intelligent reach API, and started sending faster store level updates. And we pushed the same to Google LAA program. Straight away saw a 16% increase in inventory, 11% increase in product approvals, and then 23% increase in click-through rate. There are other case studies, like lately we launched a case study with David Jones, Accent Group. It's all available in our website. But yeah, I just wanted to say a big thank you for listening to us. And yeah, if you got any questions, just let us know.
Awesome, thanks. Obviously, some fantastic brands, fantastic results in there as well. And obviously, the one thing that Satish did mention there was doing that audit for Dan Murphy's. So if you're keen on getting a bit of a health check on what your Google Shopping feed looks like at the moment, get in contact with either of us. Our details are on the next page. Around 70% of the feeds that we review actually have missing or inaccurate data. That's obviously hurting visibility and only pushing up your ad costs. So we'd be happy to pick apart your shopping feed and share a report with you as well. Having a look in the Q&A, it doesn't look like we've got anything today, Satish. So hopefully we've covered off everything that was on people's minds. So with that, we might wrap things up early, and yeah, wish everyone a really successful peak trading season. And feel free to get in touch with us if you wanted to discuss your digital feeds or get your feed audited as well.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your
Thanks,
time.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.